Hey, everybody. On this episode of Samp&Chance, we're going to break down the Berlanga fight that happened this past weekend. Also, we're going to take a look at all the top stories that are happening in the world of boxing. So, guys, strap in, get ready, and most importantly, let us into your ears. Samp&Chance out. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Samp&Chance. I am your host, Bobby Sampson, and joined with me again and again and again, Mr. Chance Michaels. Chance, how are you, brother?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Can't complain, man. Here we are. It's Thursday afternoon, a long weekend. Happy Canada Day to you, my friend.
Yeah, you too, man. Looking forward to it. Nice little break.
Yeah, nice little
Weekend.
break. A
For me,
little
it's a
bit of
4-day weekend. I got lucky, but yeah, it's nice.
awesome. Yeah, I know Fridays are usually light at work, generally speaking. I should probably say that out loud, but I just did. Now I'll know if anyone at work is listening. But yeah, no, Fridays are usually kind of chill anyways, for the most part. So yeah, kind of looking forward to this long weekend, and we are going to Seattle shortly after that for the All-Star game. So that's going to be really fun
Can't
as
wait,
well.
man.
No, I can't wait. Yeah, 100%. But I tell you what, brother man, why don't we get right into it? Round number one. Why don't we talk about Berlanga versus, and I love the name, Jason Quigley.
The Irishman.
The Irishman who looked horrible against Boo Boo in his last fight. Now I know why Berlanga and Eddie Hearns decided to pick him. They thought they could just trounce him, walk all over him, and finish this fight in 3 to 4 rounds, Berlanga style. You know what? As I was watching this, I realized Berlanga reminds me a lot of a heavyweight who's kind of in the same vote.
Who's that?
Deontay Wilder, known for the power. Most of their fights, if majority of their fights, don't
Finish
go
the guys, yeah.
right? Don't go past 3 or 4 rounds. Now, Berlanga's been on the shelf for a while, so he's got a year and a bit, a year and a bit just kind of sitting around.
Yeah, a little bit of ring rust.
Right, a lot of ring rust coming into this fight, but I think they thought this was going to be an easy one for them.
He had him down 4 times, but he just couldn't keep him down. He kept getting up quickly.
He had him down 4 times, and that's the talking point here, right? He knocks him down 4 times. The first off, this was in Madison Square Garden at the Hulu Theater, so this was a home match for him. The scorecards were 116, 108, 118, and 118 and 106. And I think the other one was so 116, 108, 116, 108, and 118, 106 were the scores.
Absolute.
Okay, look. It wasn't a shellacking though. Those 4 knockdowns did count for something.
So that's what I mean.
But yeah. But those scores are not, doesn't justify the story here. You had to watch this match. I mean, Berlanga looked okay, to be fair. There was ring rust. He won't admit it. They won't admit it. Obviously,
he said after the fight it was a C-level performance.
Yeah.
Fighting guys like Quigley who are just looking to survive and get a paycheck. He wants to fight guys like a Triple D that will knock him out or want to knock him out. So he's basically putting down his opponent that he just beat and trying to pump himself up, right? But C-level performance against a Quigley.
Well, here, look, you know what? I mean, win, lose, or draw, I think the real winner of this fight, in my opinion, was Quigley. Because, I mean, the fact that what Andy Lee has done with him is phenomenal. I mean, no one expected Quigley to come out looking like that. No one expected him to hold his own the way he did, right? Right. So I mean, you think about it. Yeah, you lost, but you held yourself together.
Got up 4
times off the canvas, right? So I mean, whatever they're working on, keep working on it, right? I mean, if he was thinking of ending it, I don't think you do at this point because
no, I think he's got a few more fights left.
He's got a few more fights.
Another fight with that performance, that heart and grit that he showed. He's earned a few more fights. So
yeah. So my question is, Berlanga, and this is the funny thing. We looked at Teo. We looked at who was it last week?
Zoo and Ocampa?
No, Zoo Ocampa. That was just a wash. The other one, the one that happened at Prograis.
Oh, yeah.
You look at that fight, these guys talk and talk, right? And then they get in there and they don't live up to that hype. So, my question for everybody is very simple. Like, yeah, he won, got 4 knockdowns against a Jason Quigley. I'm gonna keep saying his name every opportunity I can. Right, Quigley. I don't think he's ready for that next level. He's sure as hell not ready for Canelo. There's no way I would put him in there with a David Morrell or a David Benavidez or anyone of that ilk or caliber.
That's why I think he called out Triple G. I think he's trying to fight guys a little bit older,
Yeah.
name recognition. Hey, I retired Triple G. I sent the old man back, and that's why he called him out in the ring. Will it happen? Probably. You know, I don't think Berlanga's big enough name for Triple G to come out of retirement. Not that he officially retired, but come out of obscurity.
Well, I think you were telling me as well that, you know, he's slowly stripping himself of all his titles as well, right?
His belts, just have some marquee fights. He doesn't care about the belts anymore because you got to fight mandatory guys who a lot of people haven't heard of. He just wants the prize fights now. He's 41.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But yeah, I know Berlanga, at least he was honest about his fight. He said, I did a sea level performance. I'm disappointed. So he was very honest. Some of these guys that look bad, I looked amazing. They just like, they're so full of crap. He was honest and down to earth. I got to give him that.
No. And that's what I was going to get at, right? Like at the end of this fight, you know, he said all the right things. Like he wasn't happy. The man did not smile.
No.
Most people smile after a victory. He didn't smile. And I love that about him. That shows me that this is a guy that you got to watch. Now, if he gets a couple more matches down the road here, like I think they're talking Muninga.
Yep.
You know, that would probably be the best fight for him, right? You get that one under your belt. You put that under there. Set that up for the end of the year. He wants to fight one more time this year. That would be a great fight. Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
That would be a good fight.
You can't write that any better. You can't. I don't care what anybody says.
That'd be a huge fight.
Right? So I think that's where he should go next. You know, I like to see what he does now. Let's go. Right? He said he was going to take the weekend off.
He's got a bit of a stepping stone now. His name's getting out there. So
yeah. Right?
Should have a couple big fights.
Oh, sorry. Lost myself there for a second. Sorry, guys. I am back. There we go. Yeah, so we got that. Ultimately, not a bad fight. I thought it was kind of cool.
Decent. That was good.
I thought the card was cool as well. Overall, I think in the prelims, and I don't know who it was.
I didn't see the prelims. I seen the.
But I think both dudes knocked themselves, like they knocked each other out. It was a double knockdown.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I seen that. Like I didn't watch it live, but I seen the highlights. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. But hey, I tell you what, that we kind of put that to bed. Everything is good there. Why don't we talk about what's going on in the world of boxing? So earlier I posted on our Instagram page, and if you don't follow us on Instagram as well. Deontay Wilder, you know, he posted a video which we put to our stories for everyone to see. Deontay's messaging, sending a direct message to Andy Ruiz saying, listen, man, we're offering you money. Let's get this thing going. Let's get it done. I think the Deontay Wilder Joshua fight is going to happen in Saudi Arabia. He's looking for something now to kind of hold him, you know,
a little
fight in before that.
Keep fresh, keep with it.
So right now, it seems as if Andy Ruiz has priced himself out of that fight.
Well, he doesn't want no part of Wilder. Wilder's going to knock him in the second.
No, he's saying that he wants a 50-50 deal for that fight.
It's got to be 60-40. Wilder's the A side.
Yeah, but it's kind of, here's the funny thing though. But if you think about it, Ruiz has held 3 of the belts where Deontay's only held the 1.
Yeah, true. But
I'm just saying,
better name recognition though.
Just saying. But you know what? Andy's going to miss out, man. I mean, this guy's got a bucket load of problems. Any penny's going to help the guy. Like, who do you think you are that you want 50%, right?
Yeah, I don't get it. Speaking of that, Tyson Fury's thing in the next few days, he's got a big announcement. They're saying he's going to be fighting Nagano here.
Well, I mean, you got to fill something in there, right?
There's got to be a massive pay-per-view.
I'm telling you, I think by September it'll probably be announced. By the end of the summer, you're going to get that super heavyweight card in Saudi, Usyk and what's his and Tyson in one end, and you're going to get Joshua Wilder in the other.
That'd be insane,
right? That's going to be insane. Joshua Wilder winner takes the winner of the other one, right? Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if they could do it all in one night?
I just hope if it's Fury and Wilder, I don't want to see them fight a 4th time. That'd be the only downfall.
And I really feel that if it's going to happen that way, that's what we're going to get to see again. Part 4, right? All right. So
we got to bring this up since we're talking about prize fight. This is just a little bit of entertainment I'll sprinkle on top.
Yeah.
This could be the biggest pay-per-view ever. Bigger than Pacquiao, Mayweather, bigger than Mayweather and McGregor. Musk versus Zuckerberg. It's going to go down. Dana White say it's going to happen. Money will go to charity. This is Twitter versus Facebook. GSP just tweeted at Musk yesterday, I'll help you train. Musk said, sure. The thing about it is, people think Zuckerberg's doing his jiu-jitsu. He puts it publicly. Musk trains too. He just doesn't say anything. So who knows who's going to win? But either way, a lot of money for charity. This might be the biggest pay-per-view ever because the world will want to see this.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I tell you what, man,
It may not be pretty to watch.
it's
but
not
it'll
gonna
be a
be
lot of
nice.
eyeballs.
It's not gonna be fun.
We're gonna have a stipulation where, like, if Elon wins, Zuckerberg will donate a certain percentage to a charity of his choice, something like that. It's the money will be for a good cause. You guys will make a penny off it. Not that they need it. Two of the richest men in the world, but it's more like
mismatch, eh?
Huh?
Mismatch.
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious, dude.
I mean, Elon height, weight advantage. I mean,
yeah, Zuckerberg's probably a little more skilled, but we don't know what Elon does, and he does everything in secret. So maybe he is training. We don't know.
Elon's a brawler, man.
Yeah, he's fierce. He challenged Putin to a fencing match.
Elon's got 9 kids.
Yeah, he's a machine. He always says the world's underpopulated. We need to have more kids. Populate more. We're too underpopulated. So I had to throw that one out there because I know we're a boxing podcast, but I gotta answer that one right now. He's saying that the world is underpopulated. That's what he says. We need more kids, more people.
No way, man. I will disagree with that one completely. I think we're overpopulated. I think we're at the brink, like the world.
His reasoning for that is like he says, yes, places are crowded. He's saying the more kids we have, you're going to find a few geniuses out of these kids. Even if we have a billion more kids, we just need 4 or 5 of those guys to take civilization to the next level. That's
no. I get what he's saying completely. I understand it because I think I saw this conspiracy theory called 2030. And I don't know if you've heard about this or not.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. So anyways, 2030. So 160 representatives from 160 countries got together. I don't remember when. And decided that the world is overpopulated and they need to reduce the world's population by a certain amount by 2030.
Roll another pandemic or something.
Well, here we go. So the pandemic is one way of doing it, right? What did that eliminate? About 2 million people?
We just took out how many with COVID? 11 million?
Well, that's what I'm saying. So 11 million, but that's not even a debt. That was a failure for them. If this is the case, right? What they've done is they've added additives and stuff to the drinking water of most of these countries. Die off
at random.
Right? Just adding things to the water, doing things to this. Apparently, and I don't want to scare anybody, but apparently there's another pandemic coming, which is supposed to be even crazier than this one because they realize that they need to make it even stronger.
Another one they'll crank out in the lab and let it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't doubt it.
Hey, I mean, anyways, that
we're just supporting the news. That's all we're doing. But we'll see. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it either. Okay,
but anyway, so Zuckerberg versus Musk will be fun.
That should be fun.
Charity wins.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring this up since we're talking to prize fighting. Roy Jones Jr. is fighting this Saturday against NDO champ. If people want to know what NDO stands for, no days off. This guy is jacked. He works out. He's huge. They're having a fight this Saturday. I don't know what to expect. They're making good money off of it. They got a lot of hype. So Roy Jones Jr., this Saturday, another exhibition fight against the NDO champ. He's got over 1 billion followers combined on all the social media. So Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Over 1 billion NDO champ. He actually watched a video the other day. He was having a contest versus Andre Berto, former boxer. They're doing push-ups. They're doing rowing. He beat basically Berto on all of it.
That's awesome.
Doesn't mean anything take a punch from Roy Jones, but Roy's old. He's slow. 55, 54. So they're fighting this side. It's so crazy. So many fights now of these kind of caliber.
Yeah, but you know what? I still give the nod to Roy because I mean you gotta have a certain type of body. Your body has to move a certain way to throw. Have you ever seen a bodybuilder throw a punch?
Yeah, it's terrible. I think the guy's going to try to maul Roy. He's trying to run him down and just kind of hammer him. I don't know.
Yeah. But I just think that's where the science and his ring IQ kind of comes into play. Yeah. Like, I think it's. Look, I'll say this about Roy. I think his mind is underrated. I don't think he gets enough credit. I'm sure he gets credit, but I don't think he gets enough credit, in my opinion, for what that man's mind is.
Did you see that he had Jared Anderson in tears the other day? He did an interview with Jared Anderson saying the future. All this stuff, and Anderson started crying. Yeah, Roy's really sharp. He knows a lot about boxing. The thing is, his body's old and slow. He couldn't even Anthony Pettis in a boxing match. Anthony Pettis.
No. Yeah, I know. I get that. But I'm
not the guy to tell these guys to stop because if people want to see it, he's making money. Guys, they go for it.
No, I have no issue with it at all. Right.
Yeah.
All right. So what we haven't touched on, and this kind of came out last week after we did our last show, we did a quick post on it. Again, check out our Instagram, everybody, and our TikTok. Canelo Alvarez signs a 3-fight deal with PBC. He's no longer with Eddie Hearns. Eddie Hearns spins it beautifully by saying, hey, you know what? That's great. All the money that we would have put into a Canelo fight, we can break up and, build some superstars.
Let's see if he can do it.
Right. Well, I mean, any indication Berlanga this Saturday, I mean, that's his GOAT now. Like, think about it. It's been a shitty year for Eddie Hearns, man.
Oh, he's getting rolled.
Right. Joshua lost, right? Well, I mean, if this goes in,
Joshua to fight Wilder to get back up there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Joshua's kind of in disarray, right? Katie Holmes was his other golden nugget. She lost, right? And now you got Berlanga, which is kind of now he's putting his seeds into him. So let's see what he does, right? I mean, he's right. I mean, that money that goes for one Canelo fight, can go towards 3 or 4 different fighters and starting to build some names. And if everything plays right, Canelo 3 fights, if he does his part, he holds on to everything. When that contract's up in a year and a half, probably, Berlanga will be ready. Berlanga will be ready for Canelo then.
I don't know if Berlanga get that level. He just didn't look very good against a guy like Quigley. We'll see.
Again, like I said, you get some fights under his belt, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because he didn't act like an ass after.
No, I love this.
He wasn't Regis after that fight.
He was great. He
right? Exactly. So the fact that
that's the guy that's going to work even harder to get better because he knows.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? So for that reason alone, that's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. And I think in a year and a half, 2 years time, he's going to be ready for Canelo. Canelo will be freed up by that point. But will Canelo
a little bit older, a little bit slower?
But here's the question: will Canelo walk out of that contract as world champions?
Next fight for Charlo? I think he beats Charlo.
First big fight coming up here. We got Charlo against him. So this is really cool because potentially you could see 2 brothers as undisputed champion at the same time. Kind of makes me want to see the other Charlo beat Zoo now just to see that happen. But I mean, technically speaking, this fight's happening in September. They're looking at October for Zoo Charlo on the other side. So we could potentially get 1 month of 2 brothers.
Back-to-back big fights, world title fights.
Right? Yeah. So, Charlo, he's looking sharp in training. It's early. We haven't seen a lot of talking. We haven't really seen him much either, though, to be fair. So let's
lots of ring rust.
Lots of ring rust, right? But I mean, he's going again. This is a fight that Canelo, in my opinion, should have probably taken 3-4 years ago, and he would have walked all over him. Things are a little different now. He's a little bit older. We've talked about his body, the breakdown, all of it. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting fight. I still say Canelo wins, but you never know. But we'll touch on that later on. That means what's next for Canelo at PBC then? The only other name I can think of is David Benavidez.
That's maybe what he can, fight Charlo and go from there.
Well, then that means I would like to see Morrell and Benavidez fight in the meantime, because you're not going to get that fight until May, if that's the case. And I said that to you when we came back from Vegas. If he doesn't get Canelo this year, he's going to have to wait till next May 2024 to get that fight. You mean to tell me he's going to sit around for a year waiting for Canelo? No, he's got to fight. He's got to fight. He's got to take that Morrell fight. And I believe they've inked it. I think it's set for October as well. So October is shaping up here, man.
Yeah, it should be good if it all falls.
October is shaping up. So we got that. So who would be the third guy in that crowd to fight Canelo? I don't know.
It depends how he does against Charlo and stuff like that. If he wins, if he loses, could be a rematch clause with Charlo for a second fight.
That guy's going to get $100 million for those 3 fights.
Get him paid well. Prize fighter, man.
No,
doing something right.
No, I have no issue. Okay, so things are heating up here with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. They're shooting barbs at one another as best as they can. I still chuckle.
You gotta build some height.
Well, yeah, I chuckle when I watch them trash talk because it's kind of funny, right?
Good at it.
No, they're not good at it. But now Errol's
trying to sell the fight, so I'm all for it.
Errol's taking shots at Crawford's resume, saying, "Who have you fought?" No, right. I mean, but look at both resumes. I mean, the only name that I would put over top for Errol would be Ugas.
Yeah.
Other than that, both guys fought Sean Porter.
Yeah.
And I think Terence did a better job with Sean than Crawford than Errol did, to be honest.
Yeah.
Other than that, both their resumes are pretty much the same in terms of caliber of boxing.
This will put one of them over the top whoever takes it and how they take it, if it's
Well,
decisive
that's
or not.
it. That's it. I mean, if you want to give the edge to anybody, you'd have to give it to Errol in terms of competition, only because of that one Ugas fight,
Yeah.
right? I mean, what's his name? He didn't get a chance to fight Ugas.
Oh, Crawford, no.
No, and if you want to use the one guy as a measuring stick, I think Crawford did a better job against Porter than Errol did.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you on that. We'll see. I can't wait. It should be a really, really good fight.
No, I'm looking forward to it as well, man. It's going to be a crazy, crazy night.
We got
of
Jared
boxing.
Anderson against journeyman Charles
Yes,
Martin.
yes, journeyman, but probably Jared Anderson's biggest challenge today.
Yeah,
right?
Charles Martin actually is this. He held the heavyweight belt for the second shortest time ever in history, like January to April, but
Yeah,
still
yeah.
got it.
No, he had it. He had it. But here's the deal. I mean, Jared Anderson has not fought anyone, and I'm not saying I'm taking nothing away from Frank
Oh, he
Martin,
hasn't.
but I mean, he is a journeyman. But that being a journeyman, the skill level, the ring
37.
IQ, and everything else that he has going for him, he may not have the power or the speed anymore per se. But the reality of it is, this is going to be the toughest challenge for Jared Anderson today.
But it is his toughest challenge. Vegas has no respect for Charles Martin in this fight. Jared Anderson is a 14-1 favorite. So that means, folks, you put down $1,400 on Jared Anderson, he'll win $100.
Yeah.
If you put $100 on Martin, you'll win 800.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, no.
So nobody's going to bet Jared just to win because you won't make any money. Maybe on a knockout. I think this goes 4 or 5 rounds, and Anderson he'll be on his back. I
mean, in a perfect world, yes, that's what we're expecting, right? But I mean, let's look at Joy Joyce, for example, right? I mean, he had all the steam in the world going in, and he goes in there against Zhang and just gets totally humbled. Yep. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I always have.
You never know.
I have that. Chance. I always have that in the back of my head because, like I said, I looked at Ramallah Ali that past weekend, right? There's so much hype on her. She's going to go for the world title next. She's got this coming up next, right? But that Andrea Guzman, man, she knocked her out. She suffered her first defeat. Again, like I said, there's levels to this, right? You think you got it all in the bag until you get in the ring with someone who just knows that one extra move. And that's the end of that, man.
Yeah, there's always a puncher's chance. I mean, Martin has won a heavyweight belt. He is no joke. Big underdog, but hey, who knows? Get him on the right spot. He can go down. And
Jared should beat him, obviously. I'm not saying no way that he shouldn't beat him. I'd be very, very shocked. An upset of the year, even though at the level of
that's upset of the year, yeah.
It has to be, considering they don't even have to be big names. Just based on these two guys, that would be upset of the year, in my opinion. We still got 6 months to go, but
this card's free on ESPN Plus.
Check it out. So, guys, this weekend we got Frank Martin and we got Jared Anderson, and I'm looking forward to see what he's gonna wear to the ring this time. He always comes out with those great costumes and whatnot. So let's see what he puts together. Chance, you got anything for us as we wrap this up?
A couple things I have to give before we get to this day in boxing history. There's this guy, not a lot of people know him. His name's Ray Wheatley. From 1992 to 2013, he was the editor and publisher of World Boxing Magazine. He was a referee and a judge. He passed away 6 days ago. We haven't had a show since, so rest in peace to him. And on this day in boxing history, 35 years ago, probably his most famous fight ever, Iron Mike Tyson knocked out Larry Spinks, 91 seconds, brutal KO. Everybody's seen it. Had to bring it up. Yeah, Iron Mike, 35 years, hard to believe.
I remember that fight only because that was the first time I ever bought a pay-per-view. That was the first pay-per-view I ever bought. And I remember them coming to the ring, and I went to the kitchen, and I grabbed a drink, and I grabbed a bowl of chips, and I sat down, I opened my drink, and the fight was over.
Yeah, that was great. That's his most famous knockout, probably.
And that made me sad because at that time it was $60. And I'm like, what the fuck?
A lot of back then it was like $200, $300 now.
Right. And I got in trouble because I should probably tell the truth. I didn't tell anyone I ordered the pay-per-view, and I didn't mention it. And so when the bill came,
you can see it on the cable bill later. Yeah.
And so we won't get into that one because I kind of felt a couple left hooks from that one.
But yeah, I mean, should be a good weekend. I'm looking forward to Jared Anderson fight. We got money in the bank, so a little wrestling, a little boxing.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything and everything.
Weekend, I mean, we're rolling.
There we go, man. Here we are. The kids are finally out of school. So today would have been the last day for most kids.
No, out here it's Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. So it is Thursday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday,
which is
summer, Friday, the private school.
yeah, it all depends, right? So
Can't wait.
no, that's it. So summer's officially on, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy it because it goes
Let
fast.
let the dog days begin. Outside of combat sports, all you got is
I think maybe we should do something special for the fans when we go down to Seattle. Maybe we do a quick little live podcast from the All-Star game or some quick hits
no,
or something.
no, we'll
We
figure
love
it
our
all
base.
out.
People don't know that. So
Yeah. No, we'll be down there for sure.
see how we feel. We'll gotta do
create
something
stuff.
for the All-Star game.
Yeah, we'll create something, man. We always do. We'll put it in there,
Yeah.
and we'll put our heads together with our favorite Lady D, and we'll put something together for everyone, and go from
Absolutely.
there. But guess what? Chance?
What's
Next
that?
week is a very special week.
What's that?
Now, we've been dropping hints all week about this, but it's time. I think I'm going to announce it. So next week, the first annual Samp&Chance mid-year review. So we thought about it. We thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we take the first 6 months and see what it's given us, both in the world of professional wrestling and in the world of boxing.
Yeah.
We've broken down some categories, and we will next week be coming out with those two shows, the year in review in boxing and in wrestling. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What we'll probably do in the lead up to that, we'll put the categories down on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else for you guys to see. Love to hear your feedback and comments and who you guys think should be in those spots, and we'll take all that into consideration, get you guys more involved with us here and get that on the road. Yeah. So on that note, I tell you what, Chance, let's get the summer started. Let's go have some fun. My name is Bobby Sampson, and I'm joined with my man, the Arturo Gotti and the Manny Pacquiao hat. Love it. I want that Arturo Gotti tank top, man. Chance, Mr. Chance Michaels. Say your thing.
In the words of the great AC/DC, those that download, like, and subscribe to the podcast, we salute you. And speaking of AC/DC, they're doing their first show, I think, in 7 years at this big festival in California. I got to mention it. It's got AC/DC, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and I think Ozzy Osbourne's on there, and Iron Maiden. That is a show. Those are heavyweight. Every band is a heavyweight. I think it's only 2 big bands a night or something, but man, that'd be insane.
Yeah, no, I unfortunately that's
how do you see how much tickets are?
I didn't even want to look because I love all those bands, and the fact that I can't be there bothers me. But Iron Maiden will be here in September in Vancouver. So I will be at that show by myself or with a friend if anybody wants to go with me. But I find that most times I'm just by myself.
And the thing about these bands, people forget they're some of the biggest bands of all time. But don't kid yourself. They're still competitive and they still want to rock hard. They all want to outperform each other. They may not say it, but you feel that energy. You see Axl Rose screaming. You're going to see Bruce Dickinson. You're going to see Brian Johnson, whoever it is.
They
want to outperform each other.
Look, when these guys play, okay, when Nico's on the drum kit, me being a drummer, obviously, I'm drawn to Nico. Nico's the head drummer for Iron Maiden, right? If that guy is playing at the speed, at the tempo, and hitting the skins the way he is at 60 something,
like 60, I was gonna say 60.
Right? And you look at the rest of that band, and I'm picking Iron Maiden obviously because they're my favorite out of all of them. But those guitar riffs, those guitar solos, I mean, come on, man. How many 60-plus-year-old men can play that fast and continue?
It's phenomenal. Like I said, pretty much all the guys that be on the stage can do it. There you go. They're still this popular at this age. It's crazy.
And Bruce Dickinson, coming off of throat cancer, still sounding amazing.
Yeah.
Right. And my favorite part of Iron Maiden is whenever they come to Vancouver, I try to find out when they're coming because they fly their own plane in.
Yeah, he's got his own plane. He's a pilot, right?
Yeah. They fly in their own 787 to every show. So they basically load up their own plane and Bruce flies them city to city.
That's cool.
And they basically take the plane, the one plane that they have, and they repaint it to that tour.
Yeah.
So
cool. It's a big concert, man. Whoever put this together, they got some real heavyweight boys up there.
No, they did. I mean, it's been good.
No slouches allowed, just the best of the best.
I really feel that 2023 is, produced a lot of great shows and stuff like that. I think people are trying to pick up, where we lost a lot of time and what have you. So we're getting a lot of cool shit right now, man. So soak it up, take it in.
Conference coming here, man. We got I think Elton John's doing his farewell. We got Kiss doing their farewell. We got Bruce Springsteen doing a farewell. They all say that they might come back in a few
No,
years.
you
But
know what?
that's what they
I think that pandemic opened the eyes of a lot of different people and realized, oh shit, this should probably be our farewell now because we don't know if we're gonna get another
they're all in their
chance, right?
70s, right?
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, catch them if you can. Do everything
Yeah.
you can. The
You
summer
like
is
these
here.
bands, if they're in their 60s, 70s, see them while you can, because you might not see them again.
No, absolutely not. All right, brother man. I tell you what, on that note, let's wrap this up. The kids are waiting with the inflatables. I got to get them to the pool. Let's have fun, and we will see you all on Tuesday talking to you about what went down at Money in the Bank and everything else that happened in the world of pro wrestling. Again, Bobby Sampson, Chance Michael, Samp&Chance. We fucking kill it. We love you. Have a great
Good
weekend,
show.
everybody. Talk to you soon. Samp&Chance out.